We're learning the second Sikha on Parshas Bereishis and Chelek Chafhei on page 10. The shir today is being learned L'Nishmas Rabbi Yosef ben Yamin ben Rabbi Menashe Koltman. The Gemara sagt in Masechta Shabbos. The Gemara tells us in Masechta Shabbos, Haiman den Neilad b'chamisha b'Shabbat, one that's born on the fifth day from Shabbos on a Thursday, Yehi Gever Goyim L'Chasadim. He will be a person that will be kind and sharing with others. My timer, what's the reason for this? Mishum de Ivri Bei Dogim Va'ifis, because this is the day that the fish and the birds were created. And Rashi explains, She'ein Terchin Lo'echlin, they don't have to work hard to find their food. They are sustained with the kindness of Hashem. So similar, this person born on this day will also be kind in sharing and giving others. The question of this Gemara is, the Gemara is sagt in Yevamis, Shloisha simanim yesh be'umazu, harachmanim chulu, and then v'goyim lechasadim. There are three signs in this nation, meaning in the nature of Yidden. And one of them is the fact that they're goyim lechasadim, that they're kind and sharing. V'hainu, adimide from gemilas chasadim is beteva kol Yisrael b'toldoisam. This attribute of gemilas chesed is in the nature of every single Yid from birth. Is was is the Eiftun dem gever that yehi gever goyim lechasadim von anoiled b'chamisha b'Shabbat. So what's the addition here? We say regarding this person born on a Thursday that he will have this midah of gemilas chesed. Legabe the midah from gemilas chasadim shebeteva kol Yisrael b'toldoisam. That's more than the midah of being a goyim chesed that's in the nature within every single Yid. So we can answer this and say, as the beer in them is nirmaz and lashon Rashi, that the explanation for what's added here is hinted in Rashi's expression. That the birds, the fish, are fed by the kindness of Hashem. So the Yisrael from Yom Chamishi Shalmaisa Bereishis is the advantage on Thursday was damot at meir geven chazdai shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. This is a day where the unique level of kindness of Hashem is revealed in the world, which is an infinite level of kindness. Like Hashem himself, which is infinite, so his midah of chesed, all of his attributes are also infinite. The Farge findet man dem inyan haribui b'yoser dafke in the nivraim from Yom Chamishi dogim. This is why we find specifically regarding fish actually that are created on Thursday that they multiply on an unusual level. Dogim, specifically by fish. As the pasuk itself says this, that it's fish that multiply and are a lot in the land. This is specifically regarding fish, although in the Ha'ara, the Rabbi brings it says similar regarding birds as well, but not to the extent that it says this regarding fish. The special blessing that there is regarding fish that multiply is relevant for a human being as well. The Gemara tells us that a girl gets married on a Wednesday, even if elas b'chamishi, and her relations with her husband begins on a Thursday. Since this is the day that there's the blessing for the fish, and therefore this is a good day of blessing for the new marriage. Now, the explanation of this is the afapi as bishishi nemra brei bracha la'adam. Seemingly Friday would be even better because this is the day that Adam is created, and this is the day that there's a blessing for the man. We're speaking about marriage of a husband and wife of human beings. But nevertheless, there's an advantage in the blessing for the fish, which is on Thursday, even more than the blessing that there is on Friday for man. By dogim is da der inyan haribui, because it's only by fish where you have this unique blessing that they will multiply in large numbers. Das is the matara for nesuin, and that is the blessing, which is the purpose of marriage, to multiply and have children. Das ist der Chilok zwischen dem, was Kol Yisrael, seinen Goyim lechasadim b'tivan, und der Teva gemilas chesed von neilad b'yom chamishi. So this is the distinction between the fact that all Yidden are born with a nature of being Goyim lechasadim, and the nature of Gemilas Chesed for one that's born on a Thursday. Teva Chesed was faran by Kol Yisrael b'tol Deisam. The nature of Chesed that there is by all Yidden from birth in their nature is Medida v'Agbala. This is a limited level of kindness. Or bepashtus, on a simple level, misgreit zutan Chesed mit andere. It's a readiness and a willingness to be kind with others. Aber nicht in an Eifin, as man soll sein greit zu verbeugen auf alle eigene Tzrachen. But not to the extent that one would be ready to put aside his own personal needs. Oder durchgehen zu lieb dem andere Schwierigkeiten, or to experience other hardships for the sake of being kind to another. By contrast, one that's born on a Thursday, on this day there's a unique level of kindness from Hashem that's revealed in the world, is by imdi teva chesed l'mayla magbala. By this individual, the nature of kindness is without any boundaries. Das heißt, sein chesed is nicht nur ein wiffel samanzich mitzah sein midas a chesed. His capacity for kindness is not only what's demanded based on a certain measure of kindness, versus kishma, b'mida v'hagbala. Mida means an attribute, but it also means measured with a certain amount. Afal pi v'afila, versus kedaboya le'lemeva. And that's although and even if this is a level of chesed to the utmost degree in the nature of a yid. But still, it's all limited. Nor mesiris nefesh oiv chesed. Rather, on this day, there's a level of chesed to the point of self-sacrifice. On kemedida v'agbala, without any limits, without any boundaries. That's the unique level of kindness by an individual born b'yom chamishi on Thursday. The keli of chazdei shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu habilti mugbal. What is a vessel for this revelation of unlimited kindness of Hashem, which is unlimited? Is that inyan from bittul, is when a person is nullified to Hashem. Kozman that Adam feels sein eigen mitzias, as long as the person feels his own existence. Can be designed that inyan from chesed for an other mention beli medida v'agbala. So a person cannot have a feeling of unlimited kindness for someone else if he's still feeling himself. Only when one is ready to put aside completely his own entity. Feels sein Ich und sein eigener Rezeinis v'chulu. He doesn't feel the I and his own desires and so on. Then it's possible that he could have kindness that's unlimited out of all boundaries. By dogim, this point as well we can see hinted by fish. Regarding the fish, you see that they multiply in large numbers to no limitation. So we see this concept of bittul hinted by the way fish live. The dogim zenenkol kula mechusim b'mayim. The fish are completely covered by the water. Their existence is not exposed and seen. Nor the mitzias hamayim hamachasim aleim. You look at the water, all you see is the water that covers them. Now the Gemara tells us as mayim machasan aleim of the dogim, that because the water covers the fish, the far is ein ayin hare sheletes. So no negative eye with a bad effect has any effect on the fish because of the fact that there's no eyes that see. And therefore the blessing of Hashem is going to be upon them to a greater extent. But we can say the meaning of this, that on a deeper level, is mayim mechasim aleya, and this idea that the water covers them. It's not only that this will then remove any possibility of a bad eye, which is the opposite of a blessing. It actually causes something positive. By the fact that they're covered in the water, this is what makes them fit to deserve the blessing, the unlimited blessing of Hashem. Here, the explanation is, the water is the source of life for the fish. To the point that the water is actually what their true entity is. Was the far halt Rab Shimon ben Gamliel, as kol shehu mibrias hamayim is nit choitzitz b'fnei hamayim, that the fish and anything in the water that's created from the water and lives from the water will not be a chatzitza, will not be a separation between the body of a person and the water if he's immersing in a mikveh in the water. because the fish is like part of the water. Das heißt, this means, as Dagim haben sich hat Chune vom Bittul zu Makir Chiyusam, that we see in the nature of fish, that they are completely nullified and one with the source of their life. Und der Fall ist bei sie voran der Inyan von Ribui l'mayla ma'aragel. And therefore, they will multiply in large numbers much more than usual, because of the level of bittul that there is in their existence. Similar could be applied in a Yid serving Hashem. Kedei zum Eure sein bei sich, dem Emerson, hechsten Eufen von Gemilas Chasadim, in order for one to awaken within himself the deepest and true, genuine level of chesed, which is without any limitation, was is verbunden mit Chazdoi Shal HaKadosh Baruch Hu, which is connected to Hashem's unique level of kindness. Fordert sich der Aveide zu peil sein bei sich, der Bittel zu dem Eibischen. It's necessary for one to awaken within himself this level of being completely bottled to Hashem. Und das ist der Teichen Kavanasai Shal Rashi, wie Pirusha from Pasuk of Vaisid Bokun. This is also the content of what Rashi says when Rashi explains the pasuk where it says, "Avoisid boken," you should cleave to Hashem. So Rashi says, "Hadbeg bidrachav," connect to Hashem's ways. Gemoil chasadim, kamoi she'asa kadosh baruch hu, that you should do kindness like Hashem does. And what this means is, b'shas hayid din t'maybishten an anayfim from boisid bokun, when one serves Hashem, that he becomes completely one with Hashem. Pasich zu stehen in advekus amitis mit Neibischen, that he is connected and completely and really totally connected to Hashem. Ba'ayfin as fehlt nit sein eigener Metzias, he doesn't sense his own entity anymore, nor blois dem Neibischen. So when is David, he only senses the entity of Hashem to whom he's connected to. Demold tut sich bei ihm Gemilas Chasadim b'derech memele in an Eufen k'moish asa kadosh baruch hu. Then the person will share and give just naturally, automatically, just as Hashem gives, because it's Hashem that's acting through him. He's completely one with Hashem. Achesed b'li medidav akbala. And therefore this will be an unlimited level of kindness of Hashem that's through the person. This point there is also connected specifically to our generation. Der Yuchad Anal von Dogim is verbunden mit Yosef HaTzadik. This unique point about fish, them being completely bottled in their source of life in the water, and therefore having the unlimited level of growth and expansion and kindness, is connected to Yosef HaTzadik, Yosef Zibracha, V'yidgul Roiv, V'kerev Haaretz, to multiply like fish on the land, is gesagt geworden b'shaychis zu b'nei Yosef. It was said to Yosef's children. Und wie die Gemara sagt, as the far is ein hara shaletes by zare shel Yosef, that therefore there is no ayin hara, a negative effect of a bad eye that will have any effect on any of the descendants of Yosef. Ukedivre Rabbi Yechanan, as Rabbi Yechanan said about himself, Anam izare de Yosef ka'asina, I come from the descendants of Yosef, where no negative eyes has any effect. Und das ist the Shaykhis, l'derenu zeh, this is the connection to our generation. Was kvektushis marivichami admur, nesiderenu is Shmei Arishan Yosef. The Friediger Rebbe, his first name is the name Yosef. The Anhage from kvektushis marivichami admur is given an anayfen from v'yidgul l'roiv b'kerev haaretz. By the Friediger Rebbe we saw this kind of conduct that to multiply and to spread out on the land. At Meifetz gewende Mayonos von Teres Achsidis mit Rachvus Gedeila. He spread the well springs of Chassidus with great expansion. Kein Medide Vagbala, without any limitations. And an Eifen as all der Grechim bechol mokim u'mokim oich bekerev haaretz. And to the degree that this should reach in every single location, even in the lowest place in the world. Bekerev haaretz means in the teichias von eretz v'artzias, in the lowest level of earthliness of this world. Bis zu tachtoin she'ein tachtoin lamata mimeno, to the very lowest extent of existence in this world. The B'lashon HaYidua, and the famous expression that the Baal Shem Tov heard from Mashiach himself, that yafutzu mayanei secha chutza, when your well springs will be spread outward in the chutza she'ein chutza mimeno, in the very lowest place outside of what's holiness. Und zusammen damit hat nicht chayshish gewend für eine Bisha. With all this great expansion and publicity and in every place of the world, he wasn't concerned about a bad eye, about any negative effects of Ma Yomiru Abrius, what people will say. Lama Tisro, the expression the Pasuk says by the children of Yaakov. Yaakov tells them, Lama Tisro, why should people be seeing you this way? The Frierdiker Rebbe spread Chassidus and was not concerned about any ayin hara. And this is the actual instruction here, as medaf sich eisig sein in afotzas, amayanis chutza, to be occupied with spreading the well springs of Chassidus to the lowest place, with the greste es rachvus, with the greatest level of expansion, as the mayanis of Baal Shem Tov zol de grechim b'chol mokim u'mokim, that the wellspring of the Baal Shem Tov should reach in every location. On b'shas mishteten at nur from bittul, and when one does this, while at the same time he's completely nullified to Hashem, uvoisid bakun, to cleave and to connect completely, was das wird aufgetan durch hadbeg b'talmidei chachamim, and the dveikus is accomplished by being one with the talmidei chachamim, with the nasi of the generation, is nita was zu choisher sein for eine bishe. There isn't what to be concerned about, that there will be a bad eye seeing the great expansion. Allah has come v'kamen nit for andere schwerigkeiten chulu, and most definitely not to be concerned about any other hardships. Und durch dem, was mis mamale bezrizes, the shlichus for yofutzu, mayanesecha chutza, and by fulfilling, and with alacrity, this shlichus of spreading the wellsprings of Chassidus outward, mekoyim werden noch schneller bezrizes, the avtoche from Melech HaMashiach zum Baal Shem Tov, this will bring the fulfillment even quicker of the promise of Melech HaMashiach to the Baal Shem Tov, as kashiyafutzu, mayanesecha chutza, when your wellsprings will be spread outward, ka'asi mar, the Malka Mashiach, the Master, the King Mashiach will come, b'mheira v'yameinu mamish. May it be speedily in our days.